The moment I cracked a cold case, I felt a rush of adrenaline. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. My heart was racing, my mind was spinning. What had just happened? I'd spent years investigating, poring over evidence, and following leads, but the truth was finally out. It was a case that had gone cold, a mystery that had haunted the town for decades, and I was the one who solved it. I couldn't believe it. The feeling was surreal, like I was dreaming, but it was real, and it was amazing. The case was a complex one, with twists and turns, and it had taken me down some dark paths, but in the end, justice was served. I thought about all the victims, the families who had suffered, and the loved ones who had been left behind, and I knew that I had made a difference. It was a feeling of pride, of satisfaction, and of closure. But as I delved deeper into the case, I realized that the truth was more complicated than I had ever imagined. It was a web of lies, deceit, and betrayal. I asked myself, how could someone do this? What drives a person to commit such a heinous crime? And as I dug deeper, I found the answer. It was a shocking moment, one that I will never forget. The perpetrator was someone I least expected, someone who had been hiding in plain sight. It was a shocking revelation. I felt a mix of emotions, from anger to sadness, but most of all, I felt a sense of relief. The case was closed, and justice had been served. But the experience had left me with more questions than answers. What had driven this person to commit such a crime? And how could we prevent it from happening again? I realized that the truth is complex, multifaceted, and sometimes it's not what we expect. As I reflected on the case, I realized that it had changed me. It had given me a new perspective, a new appreciation for the darkness and the light. I had seen the worst of humanity, but I had also seen the best, the resilience, the courage, and the strength of the human spirit. And as I closed the case, I knew that I would never forget the lessons I had learned, the importance of justice, the power of truth, and the impact that one person can have. So, what did I learn from this experience? I learned that the truth is worth fighting for, no matter how difficult the journey may be, and that justice can be served, even in the darkest of times. It was a journey that had taken me to the depths of human depravity, but it had also shown me the heights of human courage and the power of the human spirit. And as I looked back on the case, I knew that I would always be drawn to the truth, no matter how complicated or how difficult it may be to uncover. The experience had left an indelible mark on my soul, but it had also given me a newfound sense of purpose, a sense of direction. I knew that I would continue to seek the truth, no matter where it may lead, and that I would always be driven by a desire for justice and a passion for the truth.